welcome to Kyo Talks. My name is Kelly and today I'm going to be talking about how to write a cover letter, and this is mainly pertaining to high school and college students because I know not all of you guys may have work experience and are trying to get a job or an internship. When applying for jobs or internships, it is super important that you provide a resume. But along with the resume, you want to provide a cover letter if they ask for it. I'm going to break down how to write a cover letter so that you guys are prepared for the internships or jobs that you're seeking. I made a video about resume writing in my previous video on my channel, so make sure to go check out that video. You want to have a resume prepared before writing a cover letter so that you know what to write your cover letter for. Be sure to check out that video. Please subscribe to Kyo Talks for more college videos. I'll be doing a lot more of that on my channel. Let's start off with what is a cover letter. A cover letter is basically an introduction to your resume and your curriculum vitae or CV. It is typically 1 page long and it varies by what jobs that you want to apply for. Every cover letter should be different for every job that you're trying to get. Your cover letter is meant to be memorable for the employer. It's your chance to highlight some things that you want the employer to know about you. There's a distinction between resumes and cover letters. The main distinction is that resumes basically state facts. For your resume, they will look at the work experience, where did you go to school, and what can you offer them, just as a list. On the other hand, the cover letter is supposed to show more personality and what you want to highlight to the employers. Cover letters are crucial for the application process for lots of students because not all students have job experiences, or even if they do, it's not a lot. The cover letter will make a personal connection with you and the employer so that you can have a better chance of getting the job. With that said, let's start with step 1. Provide your contact information. Just like for the resume, you want to provide your contact information for the cover letter. This should be on the upper corner of your cover letter. Most of the time I see cover letters where the contact information is on the upper left-hand corner. Again, make sure that this is very clear to see for the employers. Make sure to include name, address, email, and phone number so that they have a way of contacting you. Don't go crazy with the fonts, make it easy to read. Step number 2, address the reader. Just like any letter, you want to write your letter to someone. You don't want to be too general. It makes it more personal that you write to someone. This is also just general courtesy, and you just want to be polite to the employer because they're potentially going to hire you. Before applying to jobs or internships, make sure to read up on who is going to be seeing this cover letter or your resume. Sometimes you may find like a coordinator or a department, then this is where you want to write their names or the department name. You won't always find someone who is going to read your cover letter. So for example, when I was applying for like lab assistant jobs, I didn't exactly know who is going to read my resume and my cover letter, but I did know the company's name. So what I did was when I wanted to address someone, I just put the company's name, like to this company, or I put to this company's team. If you really don't know, the last resort is to use to whom it may concern. This is very general and it doesn't seem personal at all. If you really don't know who to submit your application to, this is your last resort. When you find out who you're going to be sending your applications to, this also leaves a good impression. If you were to get a letter and it says to whom it may concern, I'm sure you would probably just pass on this generic letter. However, if it says your name or if it says something that you are in affiliation with, for example, your school's name, student, I'm sure that you are more likely to open and read that letter thoroughly. This is why you really want to take your time to find out who exactly you are going to be dealing with when it comes to getting hired. Step number 3, you're going to write your introductory paragraph. Just a reminder, this is not cold hard facts where you just list everything. This is actually something that you write like with coherent sentences and paragraphs. So in this introduction paragraph, you want to grab the reader's attention. I'm sure a lot of you guys have taken English courses, and in the English courses, the introductory paragraph always has a hook. Although it needs a hook, please do not go overboard with a really long-winded anecdote. Also remember, do not use the generic, "Hi, my name is." That is not going to cut it because you want this to be a professional letter. In this introductory paragraph, make sure to describe what you are applying for, the position title that you're applying for, and why you would be such a great addition to their team. For your introductory paragraph, be sure to look over the company's mission statements or their motto. You want to make sure that whatever you're writing for, your mission statements with each other matches. For example, let's say the company's motto is to diversify for all social media platforms globally. In this introductory paragraph, you can express your interest about social media or about how you enjoy working in teams or about learning about the global social media platform. Remember, you only have one page, so make sure to make your introductory paragraph decent. It shouldn't be too long or too short. Step number 4, body paragraphs. In the introductory paragraph, you talked about the interests of the company and how it aligns with yours. Now, this is where you want to talk about how you benefit the company. If you have some skills that you believe are a great asset to their team, you should talk about it here. I know in your resume you might have talked about some skills that you've listed, but it's important to explain some of the skills and how it would benefit the company here. If you have any related work relating to the company, you should also include it here as well. Let's go back to that marketing internship example that I said earlier. If you have done like graphic design for clubs or you enjoy doing digital art, I think it's a great skill to include in your body paragraph because this is exactly what the company would be looking for. They're looking for someone who is creative and who can use creative outlets to make art. If you're in clubs or in some kind of nonprofit organization, you can mention how you play an important role or your leadership skills when you were in the club or organization. You want to make sure that whatever you're including in your body paragraph is relevant to the job or internship that you're trying to apply for. When talking about skills, you really want to talk about what skills you acquired as well. When you talk about your development and growth while you were in the organization or club activities or while you were doing your leadership roles, I think it's really important for the employers to see how far you've come along as well. It will also show them how you will progress in their team as well. The company is there for a reason. There is a reason why they started the company or the organization that you're trying to apply for. So you want to find out what kind of problem they're solving. And you want to show them that you can be part of the team that helps get to the solution. Remember, the cover letter is only 1 page long. You want to keep it concise. Step number 5, closing paragraph. After you're done with your body paragraph, you want to do a concluding paragraph for your cover letter. This will sum up your main points of what you've been talking about and what makes you a great candidate for that position. The reason why you're writing a cover letter is for this position, and you want to express that you're highly interested and that you make a great candidate for it. Tie in some details that you've talked about in your body paragraph that highlight the cover letter. Remember, it's not word for word repetition. You want to rewrite it so that you make a strong closing statement when it comes to applying for this job. Tie in some important qualities that you possess for this job that you talked about in your body. Remember to also add in how you can contribute to the company. For example, if you're bilingual, this is a major plus. A lot of companies are looking for bilingual and trilingual students. Most companies need a bilingual staff so that they can cater to their customers. You also want to invite them to follow up with you. You don't want to just give them the cover letter and resume and call it a day. That's not how it works. What if they want additional documents? This invitation that you write at the end of your cover letter invites them to come up to you and ask for any additional documents so that you have a better chance of getting this job. I usually write, "Please contact me for any additional documents." Make sure to be straightforward. You don't have to write what I wrote, but I just want you guys to know that you guys want to be clear when it comes to this invitation so that you invite them to look over your documents. Make sure to be explicit and polite. When you are done, always thank the reader for taking the time for reading your cover letter and your resume. You can use "Thank you for your consideration" or "Thank you for this opportunity for this job." Step 6, sign your name. Just like any letter that you're going to write, you have to include your name or your signature on the bottom of the letter. This will signify that this is from you. To those of you who have never written a letter before, be sure to add sincerely, yours truly, best regards. This part is pretty self-explanatory. Since your cover letter is typed, you should just include your printed name. But if you have the option of including your signature, I say you should go for it. Step number 7, proofread your letter. Always, always, always proofread your letter before you submit. It is so embarrassing if they catch any minor mistakes that's on your cover letter or your resume. It is really unprofessional to see grammar mistakes on your cover letter or resume. You should be using confident, positive, and powerful tones in your cover letter. Avoid overused cliches and phrases that you've heard from cover letters. I'm sure a lot of those readers who are reading your papers do not want to hear just a basic, generic cover letter. They want to hear something unique. Phrases like hardworking and self-starter are typically overused, so try to avoid those kinds of phrases. Phrases like I'm not sure if you know or to whom it may concern sounds very weak and very unconfident. So you want to avoid using these phrases as well. Make sure to use these powerful words like what I did for my example that I said earlier. You want to be assertive, saying thank you for your time. Please contact me for any additional documents. Those are very explicit and assertive and confident. After you got all of these points down, submit your cover letter. You shouldn't be spending too much time on making your cover letter for jobs. Jobs are only open for a certain amount of time. You want to be able to write your cover letter so that you are able to apply for the jobs on time. For high school and college students, it is really, really important that you practice the skill. When it is your turn to apply for a job, you can easily come up with a cover letter, no problem. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions regarding cover letter writing and resume writing. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching Kyo Talks. Please like this video and subscribe to Kyo Talks for more college videos. I'll be uploading every Tuesdays and Fridays. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!